some of that new juice and new fuel and energy for 2020 is going to come from those recruits that have already stepped on campus during this early signing period, have already signed and are on campus, about 15 to 20. And then also still yet to be signed, a few spots open for the second signing period for that Wednesday, the first week of February. So who's still out there that's a big target of Nick Saban's?
Well, who's still out there right now? The biggest of those would be the number one offensive lineman, the number one center in the country. That would be Mr. Cedric Van Prince out of the state of Louisiana. I know LSU very hard on him, but at the same time, I got a chance to speak with Van Prince at the Under Armour All-America practices in Orlando, Florida, prior to the Citrus Bowl, and he was very candid about how much he likes, values, appreciates Pete Golding, who's also a native of Louisiana. The Louisiana-Mississippi area is kind of his region in terms of recruiting given to him by head coach Nick Saban. And according to Van Prince, he just spoke on the patience that Golding has, of the knowledge that he has for the game, how real he is in terms of talking to recruits and getting them to understand that if they were to come to Alabama, he would help put them in the best possible situation. So a strong vibe there from the young Van Prince to the coach and Pete Golding. And, Alabama really is starting to try to build more on the offensive line. Now, despite the fact it loses the likes of Jedrick Wills and Matt Womack to the next level, Jedrick Wills more so the first round or projected first to second round pick, the offensive line still in pocket when you talk about the potential of having Alex Leatherwood, left tackle, Emil Ikior Jr., left guard, Landon Dickerson at center, right guard Deontay Brown, and potentially at right tackle, big Evan Neal. But needless to say, Nick Saban still wants to go after more offensive alignment and having that depth along the front. So the biggest name of the targets right now, Mr. Cedric Van Prince out of Louisiana, very high on Pete Golding, the number one center in this class.
And according to the 247 composite, the usual cast of characters are ruling college football recruiting right now, with Clemson 1, Alabama 2, Georgia 3, Ohio State 4, and then the SEC West continues to really play a major factor. It's not going to get any easier to win that Western Division, with LSU at 5, Texas A&M at 6, Florida 7, and Auburn 8 right now at the composite. So when you look at, 4 teams out of 7 in the SEC Western Division recruiting in the top 8 in the country right now for 2020.
And not only with that, Mark, keep your eyes on the fresh new hire to the conference, Mike Leach, crazy pirate coming from Washington State and Texas Tech and now Mississippi State. It's going to take a minute for Mike Leach to build this thing, but if you know anything about offense and the guru of spread offense that he is, and the quarterbacks that love playing for him, it won't take long before Leach is reeling in the big boys to start Vegas.
And with the Egg Bowl, a game that I like to watch regardless, it's already a fun event. Once you get Lane Kiffin and Mike Leach involved, that should be quite the show coming up this year.
It should be. You know what? Even though I cover Alabama, I might want to request an extra ticket to go watch these Egg Bowls now.